Hi, my name is Roxy and this is Orchis 365. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to look at something a little bit different. So if there's one thing I learned from spending time in the aroid show was if you like variegation, you're going to have to try to buy something bare root or maybe a cutting. I brought home a few things that I will show you soon. And this is one of them. However, I wanted to do a video showing you how I did all of them, but I couldn't let them stay because some of the ones that were bare root were not even in a container. They were in cotton and they were wrapped up because they were exported from another country. So I was risking losing the plant. This one was toughing it out, but today she's looking a little bit like, you know, she needs some help. So first things first, I like to wear this. You know why? It's packed in moss. And it's traveled from far away, and I think this one came from Thailand. So I don't know, like, what if there's a hitchhiker? Which probably not, it probably didn't survive, but at the same time I like to dispose of the moss. I don't like to let it go loose or toss it in the compost area or anything. So I'm gonna carefully, without cutting a leaf, try to take off all this tape so I can remove the paper and expose it so it can start to breathe, because these babies need oxygen. So you're looking at a very little Florida Beauty, a variegated Florida Beauty. I'm hoping you guys can hear me very well. I do have somebody mowing the lawn in the background, but hopefully these mics will do their job. So this is dry, very dry. And what I do is, you can start dry, and then anything that's really close to the roots I remove with water, you know, so it doesn't affect it. So there we have it, and together we're gonna see what we're working with. This is only because it was traveling. These kind of plants should not be in moss whatsoever, at least not the way that I grow them here, outside or inside. I do not use moss. I use a special aroid mix, and there's a stick on this here that's part of the prop. So I was able to take off 50% of the moss just by gently giving it, see, a little. I tried to avoid wetting it from the get-go because it makes it harder sometimes for me to get it out. However, once I start getting to the root ball, to the middle, you want to loosen it up. Like I go like this, and you never pull. In this case, you never pull, because you're going to pull a perfectly healthy root. This plant has already gone through a lot, so the last thing you want to do is tug on a healthy root. Now, the reason why I go in with water now is because, see, in these ends, this is a whole root, see? So we need to try to see how we can uncover that. But this was actually a good one, because the last one I did was very difficult. So look at all this moss, you guys, and I still have some moss to take off, so I want to get rid of it as soon as I can. I'm gonna go give it a little bit of water and come back. All right, so I laid it down on one of my stepping stones. Nothing fancy. I did touch the water first because it's been so hot lately. Last thing I want to do is scorch it. So I just mostly watering where the moss is. I usually don't show this part, so I wanted to show you why. See, that's why we do this, because that way the moss just comes right off of that root and you save an entire healthy root, because the roots are thicker than what we're used to working with, and then they have also a combination of very thin roots, right? So that's why using water to remove excess moss is probably your best bet if you don't want to damage a root. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and finish it off, but you get the idea. Kind of like just gently pulling it apart. So after all of the washing, this is what we have. It's beautiful, it's healthy, not so strong on the variegation, but that can change because you can give it more light and make sure you keep it. Some aroids are known to revert. I have to do more research on the Florida Beauty. I have the green one, which is the regular one, and this is the variegated one. Now I'm gonna put some rainwater on there that I've collected, and you could put some seaweed if you'd like to help it, but usually I don't really have to, but I don't see why not. There's a leaf there that's about to unfurl. This baby's gonna go inside the house. It's probably gonna go in a self-watering pot that I ordered to match the bathroom, And if you'd like to see how it looks after, I can show it to you when it's potted up. I'm waiting on the pot. In the meantime, it's gonna go just like this inside of a cup with a little bit of rainwater and wait for it. And they also recommend Super Thrive. You can hit it up with that if you'd like. I'm more of a rainwater kind of gal, and if I see like, you know, roots that are emergencies, then I start putting things. If not, then I don't see why not. She'll be perfectly fine. Another thing that I bought at the show is this wonderful shirt. It was a small shop that were making shirts on site. I thought it was hilarious, and it's spooky season, and it's Freda, and it's the carnivorous plant that reminds me of Little Shop of Horrors. So I thought it was such a unique shirt. I know it's called Freda. I'll put the name on the screen. I'll look it up on Instagram, but it's a small business. I believe they sell plants, but I'm not sure. I have to look into that because their booth was a merch, but I don't remember seeing plants. There was a lot going on, guys. It was really big. I tried my best to show you as much as I could, and I'm pretty sure I didn't even get to cover, I mean, a good 25%, 30% of what was there. It was overwhelming and an amazing new adventure for me. I'm new in this aroid world. Don't get scared. I'm totally orchids. You're gonna see nothing but orchid content, but sometimes it's, you know, some refreshing stuff. And sometimes people ask me, oh, Roxy, how are your aroids growing? They look so happy. And I have them inside and I have them outside. So I'm like, you know what? Let me share things how I do them. So it might be helpful to some. I can show you some of the things that I got, but they're kind of scattered. I can show you one now that I had to pot up because it really needed it, and then the rest when I gather them all together. And I'm gonna do a part 2 where I'm gonna show you how this guy looks potted up, and then I can show you the rest of the stuff that I got from the aroid show. So this one I had to repot immediately. This is called the Monera Escaleto. Esqueleto in Spanish means skeleton, and I've always seen these and been fascinated by the amount, look at this, of holes that the leaf has. And then it was really thirsty, and the bottom leaves dropped. They were turning yellow, and it wasn't handling the moss very well, so it really needed to refresh and get into some amazing aroid mix, which I'm going to talk more about that in my next video because it is amazing what I found. And then see this, it's going to unfurl a new leaf, see? So hopefully it will acclimate beautifully, and I have her down here to protect her from the sun, trying to just make sure she comes back. So this was the second one that I brought from the show. And this has nothing to do with my haul, but my Monstera unfurled a new leaf, you guys, and this thing is like a piece of art. Look at this. I mean, this is the biggest one that it's had. Also, the Pink Princess is pushing out way bigger leaves in this new spot, and I am loving it. They really like being friends together here ever since I did the new setup. So what I'm hoping to show you are the rest of the plants that I bought. The way that the one that I just showed you, that I took out the moss, the Florida Beauty Variegated, the way that she looks after she's potted, and other little things here and there. So this was just a short video. I just really wanted to show you how I do when I bring home bare root aroids, and hopefully you found this video helpful. In the next video, I will explain the next part. So thank you so much for watching, and always remember to please be kind. See you next time.